Hi everyone, welcome to Morning Coffee Break. I hope everybody's doing good this morning. Today's February 16th, Wednesday. Currently it's 28 degrees with the wind factor, it's 22 out there. High today is 42. Precipitation chance is 30%. Humidity is at 64%. Wind is at 6 miles per hour and air quality is 38. That's in the good range. Don't believe I'll be walking. Troy'd have a fit if I went out there walking around. I'd like to because it's sunny out there. It looks for once it's sunny. In the past several days it hadn't been. Maybe just a little sun would peek out, but it's all dreary and stuff all day. Today's thumbnail, I know it's on a fancy plate, but it is, I made fajitas with those spinach wraps. They're basically tortillas, but spinach wraps from Aldi, and the chicken that I used was in the refrigerated section of Aldi. I think it says fajita chicken or something like that, or chicken for fajitas or something. But that stuff is great, y'all. It was so good, and of course, I had sauteed green peppers and onions with it, and had put some salsa in it and some sour cream. They were so good. I ate every bit of it. And also, that's some of those sour cream. I believe it's sour cream and chives potatoes, mashed potatoes of Bob Evans. We love them. We tried them a few days ago, about a week ago, whatever, and we decided to get some more because they were so good. Of course, today will be Logan's Awesome Snack Reviews, and we'll be trying the snacks that were sent to us by Sandra Peebles. Her channel is Sandy P, if you want to check into that. And if you would like to see what we're going to be trying, check out my preview show. I call it the preview of the reviews show that I did yesterday, where I went over the nutrition facts and showed you the items. Plus, we'll be having I've got to pick them out yet, 2 food items with it. It's quick food items. Either today or tomorrow. I don't know what's all going on today yet, so I can't really say for sure what I'm doing. But I would like to do a Kitty's Corner today with Gizmo. Here's what Gizmo looks like. So that's our next guest host. That's one of Kim from Kim Loves Arties. That's one of her friends' cats. And Trinity was too, that I did a few days ago. So hopefully we'll be able to get that in today. Let's see. If you have a pet that you would like to see on Kitty's Corner, have it do a guest spot on Kitty's Corner, you need to send me a picture from the front, some much like this. The mouth needs to be closed. Well, what happened? The mouth needs to be closed. I don't know how I press something. Because if the mouth is open, basically the only way this app does is it would look like a mouth within a mouth. It doesn't. It looks weird. So the mouth has to be closed so I can have it to where it'll open up and talk. So basically a lot like that, like a profile picture from the front. It doesn't work if they're turned. They don't look right. They look really weird. So that's about as good as I can tell you. That it needs to be. And I'll show you Trinity from the other day. It was another good picture from the front like that. I know it's hard to get some of your pets' pictures. I've been talking to some of y'all, and the same with Kitty. But Kitty's pretty photogenic. I'll show you a recent picture of her. Kitty is very photogenic, though. As you can see, she's good for. Sometimes it's hard to catch her sitting still. But she usually, I mean, she'll look at you when you're taking a picture like, what? You know, like she's looking like, huh? You know. But that'll probably be the next picture that I use for when Kitty hosts the show. And Kitty doesn't mind her friends guest hosting the show at all. So, but you need to send it to, and it might take a while. I've already got, I think, 4 more in line, so to speak. So I'm going to start writing them down so I can keep up with it better, because like if you send me one and I'm like, okay, I'll get that later, whatever, it might get lost in the shuffle or something. So as soon as I get them, I'll write them down on a list, because I'm starting to get like a resurgence of this. But you can send it. I put all my social media in this video in the description. You can send it to me by email or messenger is the 2 best ways. I don't do much on Instagram. I visit it, maybe once a day, but I don't do a whole lot on Instagram. If that was the only way you could do it, I'm sure we could figure it out. But email or messenger is the best way for me if you want to send a picture. And of course, give me their name. If the name could be a guy or girl, let me know kind of which one, if it's a guy or girl, or boy or girl. Yeah. Anyway, today I also have enough for Ask My Tablet. Like I said, I'm not for sure what all is going on so far, but those are 2 possibilities today: Kitty's Corner or Ask My Tablet. And of course, we got Logan's show. See, I don't want to end up with 6 videos or something like that. For one thing, I'll tell you what. Last night, I need to start earlier on my comments, because I like to reply, unless it's like an emoji or you just say nice or something like that. I like to try to reply to comment, and I don't mind emojis. Don't get me wrong. I don't mind emojis or word, saying great or anything like that. I don't mind that at all. It shows that that you wanted to comment, and that's fine. But to the longer comments, and stuff, I like to reply to everyone that I can, and even if it's just a thanks, or something. But I like to reply to all of them, and I watch the videos of the comments that are in my in my videos. I'll watch your video if you're in my comments. And it took me 3 hours last night. It was 2 o'clock when I went to sleep. But I need to start earlier. I mean, it's a good thing that I get all these comments. Keep them coming. I love it. And also keep the questions coming in for Kitty's Corner, please. I mean, not Kitty's Corner. For Ask My Tablet. Yeah, I like to reply and everything. I always have. I read all of them, and I'll comment, and I'll watch your video. That takes a while. So I started at 11, so I need to just start earlier. I need to probably start about 9 so I can get done at least before 1 in the morning. And I'm usually too busy. I like to catch them. Actually, would love to do them during the day more, but I'm usually too busy to sit down and do them. So that's why it's like when I finally settle down in the evening is when I start on my comments usually. Okay, how about today's question, everyone? This is a pretty straightforward question, and it is, do you eat enough vegetables? I know, we could stand to eat more. Also, I eat more. We obviously were eating more in the summer when I had a two beds out there full of vegetables. We ate more, and of course I give a lot of it away to friends and family. But we have not been eating as many as we should. You're supposed to have, I don't know how many servings, at least 2, I think, or more a day of vegetables. And we also drink V8 juice, because that's like, I think one can has 2 servings of vegetables in it. Lots of times Joy and I'll split a can, and that way you get one serving in right there. That's a good thing. We forget lots of times though to drink one. Just don't think about it. But we always keep the V8 cans that we get from Sam's Club as the best deal on them. I think there's 28 or something like that in a case. That's the best deal, and you can get it, of course, in any store, and you can also get store brand these days of V8 juice. They'll just call it vegetable juice cocktail or something like that. But I would recommend that if you are not getting enough vegetables. There's my coffee pot again. But we all, I think we all need them. They're so good for you. And I know, sometimes it's like, I don't really like this or that. But, there's some I can't eat. Corn is one of them. Corn will not digest. It just doesn't do for me. But, I need to get more variety in there because they're really good for you, especially help all kinds of things. So that's today's questions. Do you eat enough vegetables? Okay, I want to mention, I talked about it during the prayer requests and stuff this morning. I want to mention everyone living in Louisiana and Texas, and they're not the only ones that are having bad weather. Up in Ohio also. Ohio, Louisiana, and Texas especially, and I'm sure there's plenty more that's having trouble. But I've got a lot of friends here that everyone knows, like Joy Tucker, Teresa from Sassy T, Diane Clark. My daughter lives in Ohio, and there's more. In Louisiana, you got Joe Tucker, and there's several more there. If I don't mention your name, I don't mean to. I'm just off the top of my head right now. I should have wrote more down, the names down. But there's more, and also Texas is really bad right now. You got Diane Parker and several other there. Diane's laying there with no power, and Joe's daughter is in Texas. Is laying there with no power, no water. She's alone and cold, and I'm sure she's very worried and upset, and I'm worried about her. So y'all remember all these people. Joe messaged me, and they're expecting an ice storm. Let's pray that it passes by or it doesn't happen at all, because that is what will make the power go out. A bunch of tree branches and trees will end up falling and things like that. But I just thought I'd mention it. I know I did in morning devotions, but it's very important. All these people are in our community, and also just people we don't even know that are suffering right now. Texas and Louisiana are not prepared for any type of weather like that. I really doubt if they even have salt. I'm sure they could get some, but it would take a while to get it all organized and everything like that. They may not even they probably wouldn't have trucks to distribute the salt, even if they would get it. And snow plows or anything like that. People don't have clothing. Then there's no way to go get clothing if you can't get out, to get coats or things like that are warmer. They may not even have that many blankets, a lot of them, if they never, really needed them that bad. So I just thought I'd mention all that this morning. I think it's a very important thing that they all need prayer, and we're all in this together on my channel. We're a community. We pray for each other. Okay. Today's story time is when we lived in Menlo Park, California. One of the things I remember about where we lived, we had one of those, like, I guess you'd call it like a Spanish style house, with the big, not shingles, but tile, like, y'all know what I'm talking about. The roof was like I don't know what they call them now, but y'all know what I'm talking about, those type of homes. And in our backyard, one thing I especially remember is there was avocado trees that were lined somebody at one time had planted avocado trees all the way down through there. Every house in our neighborhood had avocado trees in the back of their yard. We probably had 6 of them, and they were huge. We got so many avocados, we would have to rake them up like leaves and get rid of them, dump them. There was too many. I mean, I'm surprised I didn't set up a roadside stand to sell them, but everybody had them. So, it wasn't a big deal. We ate them all the time. It's another good thing to eat. But I do remember that, the avocados just everywhere, it's something else. Also, there was vineyards like Parmesan and all that, and they would do tours. So I remember going with mom and dad and my sister to do tours we went to 3 of them in one day. It took all day. I forget which ones they were. I know Parmesan, I think, was one of them. But they would, give samples at each place. Of course, we were kids, we didn't get any. But back then, though, they allowed everybody your kid might get a glass of wine with dinner every once in a while. Not to get buzzed or anything like that. It was just they drank it like water. I mean, everybody drank it with their meals, especially. We had cheese and wine parties. Mom and dad did. But we, like I said, we went to 3 of them, and by the time Dad got to the 3rd one, he had had enough samples to get pretty well crocked. And I remember Mom having to drive. It was funny though. I mean, they give you a sample of several different ones, at each one. And he was like, the second one, he was getting kind of happy. The third one was like, Mom was like, no, you don't need to drive. I'm pretty sure she took over there. But yeah, I remember that. And also, we went to, if y'all know of Lake Tahoe, we went there, which is not in California. Is it Nevada? I think it's in Nevada. I could be wrong. But we went to Lake Tahoe, and that is, if y'all have seen Bonanza, that is the lake that they always show in Bonanza that was part of their property, was, up to the lake. And it's a beautiful, beautiful place. Amazing. And I remember I had a little sled that I was only probably about 7 or something like that. And, I wasn't really tall, but I remember the sled was small, and I had to bend my feet, my legs up to fit on it. Like I'd lay on it and have my legs, up so they wouldn't drag. But that was the best little sled. It was so fast, and I would, we think we waxed the rudders, I guess they would call them, and stuff, and it would steer really good. It would steer sharp. I loved it. And so I was using that on one of the, I guess ski slopes. That was more of a, for family type, not as many people would be on skis in that area. A lot of tubing and sleds and stuff like that. And I just remember my sister, she had a bigger sled than I. She didn't like the small one. She was going down really fast. I was watching her, and she ran into this guy, and it hurt him. I'm not for sure. I know it hurt his leg. I don't know if it broke it. I'm not really for sure. I know he had to have medical attention. I remember them coming and looking at him and stuff. It may have broke his leg. I can't remember exactly, but she was flying. My sister wasn't hurt, but she was very upset, that she hurt somebody. But I don't think she was she was shook up and stuff. I think she kind of flew off, just went to the side when she hit him, but she was going so fast, the sled part hit him, you know, and she just went one way, but then it hit him, went over his leg, and I thought, I'm trying to say it, I might think it was broke or something. But I remember my sister being very upset, and the guy was like, you know, it just happened, you know, that things like that'll happen. He wasn't mad or anything like that. I don't know if she didn't intentionally, you know, go towards him. I don't think she was able to control it for some reason very good, and she couldn't. It happened so fast, you know. Maybe he might have walked right into the way. I'm not for sure how it happened, but I just remember he wasn't upset with us, or I mean with my sister or anything like that. But I do remember he was hurt, and we got some pictures somewhere. If I could find my pictures, I know we have some pictures of when we were there, and it's just a beautiful place. But I actually didn't get hurt in this story time. Somebody else did, and my sister was upset, but I didn't get hurt. But I do remember that, you know, that trip and everything. And we really, of course, enjoyed living in Menlo Park. Just a wonderful place. But anyway, that's today's story time, everyone. I still got quite a few more. Maybe I'll remember some more one day. Sometimes things will, like something will happen, or I'll see something on TV, or just see something and it'll jog my memory. If that happens, I'll make sure I write it down, because I'll think of it and then I'll forget about it again. So I'm not as good at remembering things as I used to be. It's funny though how you can remember a lot of things from your childhood, but I can't remember what I had for dinner day before yesterday, you know, or something like that. So that's funny though, how things change when you get a little older. So everybody, I hope you enjoyed today's morning coffee break. Please press that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that so you get all my videos as soon as they come out, and share with everybody you know, please. I really appreciate that, and I really appreciate the likes. They mean a lot to me. So everybody, thanks so much for watching. I don't exactly know what I'll do next. I think we have to go to get a prescription, some prescriptions for Joy at Kroger's. And I know we got to get a few things. I don't think we're going to get a whole lot. We don't need a whole lot, but we had some items that we were out of. Just shredded cheddar cheese is one of them. Last night, I just thought, you know, we need shredded cheddar cheese for the fajitas. Look. I found 4 different bags of mozzarella, or like I found Parmesan, shredded Parmesan, everything but cheddar. But luckily we had, like if y'all saw the cheeseburgers, we had some of that Colby Jack cheese. So we just took a thing of it and broke it in half and put side by side on each one, which was really good. But I'd prefer to use a shredded because it melts a little bit faster. So that's one of the things we got to get. I can't remember what all the others were. It's about 4 items. But what I'm saying is, if we end up with a haul, I haven't looked at Ibotta to see if there's any new items. There might be some free items. I think we're going to get, they got those Coke with coffees. I had a thing for a free one at Walmart, but I couldn't find them at Walmart. They were nowhere. You'd think they would have had them as if Kroger's did. But I know Kroger's has got a little display up there, and we tried the dark coffee one. I think they got a caramel one and a vanilla one. So we might get both of those to do on Logan's reviews. So thanks so much for watching, everybody, and I'll be seeing you later on. God bless.